Morning at NTV, and we're live from Kampala's Swene Conference Center. I'm Andrew Chamagero Muntua Wansi. So, on a daily, people will tell you that work so hard, save some money, and you live a good life. But they always keep one word: invest that money. So that's a conversation you and I are going to tap into today. And to bring this conversation to context and to understand it better, we have Esther from Xeno Investment Fund. They're located here in Kampala, Workers' House of 6th floor. And we want to understand what makes Xeno stand out in a nutshell. Good morning, Esther.
A very good morning to you, Andrew.
Well, for starters, thanks for weathering the weather. It's a beautiful day.
It is a
it's
beautiful
raining.
morning. It is.
Let's start with Xeno. What is Xeno?
Thank you very much. A very good morning to everyone. Xeno. What is Xeno? Xeno is a fund manager.
Okay.
So ideally, in English, what we do, we help people to understand what investment is all about. Then we help you to go through a four-phase process of growing your money. Okay. So we help you to plan, we help you to then give you a way to save your money, then we invest it for you, and then we give you a platform where you can monitor your money. This platform can be online, on the web for those who have internet access, and on USSD for those who don't have internet access.
Okay.
Yes.
So I'm picking a word, four-phased.
Yes.
What is that?
So the thing about investments,
yes,
or things that are technical,
yes,
is you don't bump it on someone,
yes,
without getting them through baby steps,
yes,
and then growing through the ranks.
Yes.
So with Xeno, what we've decided to do with our customers, or with the people in the public, we have decided to start small. Let you understand.
Yes.
What do we do? What your problem is anyway?
Yes.
Are you looking to find a long-term solution to a financial need? Are you looking to find a solution to the emergencies that hit you? Are you looking to find a solution to your child's education? You want your child to go to school without struggling a lot. What we do is we get you to understand the need that you have. We help you to structure that need. We help you to create a target for yourself, a target that you can achieve, that you can attain, that is realistic for you, and attach a time frame to it.
Okay.
And once you do that, then we move to the
what are
more
some of
gradual
these
steps.
targets we are looking at for starters?
Okay, so different people have different needs. Therefore, different people set different targets. You could find Esther being a low-income earner saying that if I manage to make 5 million in a piggy bank somewhere, I'd have achieved a lot. And then you find Andrew, who's maybe a high-income earner, who says, if I manage to get 30 million in a piggy bank somewhere, then I'll be very happy.
Yes.
So based on the person and your needs and how you earn, your capabilities, we then help you set targets. They're not cast in stone.
So this is entirely about financial inclusion.
Basically.
At all levels.
Yes.
And I'll be very honest with you. Your platform seems to be like a few of those platforms you've had before. What makes it unique? Because you've had people who come and say, you know, when you subscribe with us, this happens. And before you know, people go with your money.
Yeah.
So is Xeno regulated by a regulator? Is Xeno licensed to do this kind of business? And if so, for how long?
Okay. So Xeno has been in existence since 2017. We have taken on customers since that time. That's about 3 years going for. We are licensed and regulated by the Capital Markets Authority and also the Uganda Retirement Benefits Regulatory Authority. The Capital Markets Authority licenses the fund management arm, and the Uganda Retirement Benefits Regulatory Authority manages the retirement benefits arm. So it depends on what the customer is trying to invest for. So if you're investing for the long term, then Ubra is there to cover you and make sure that Xeno will not wake up in the morning and run away with your money.
With my money.
If you want to invest for everything else, then the CMA is there to make sure that Xeno won't wake up in the morning and just run away with your money.
Nice.
We work with a number of service providers, so we don't take your cash. So we would have a custodian whose role is safekeeping of money, and ideally in our case it's a bank, licensed and regulated to do safekeeping services. We would have an auditor with our structure whose role is to check us, make sure that whatever we do is in the best interest of the customer.
Perfect.
Then we would obviously have a board of trustees that is, again, checking to make sure that everything we do, each activity, each initiative that we take is checked and ensures that it is the best interest of a customer.
Nice.
Yes.
Now, fast forward to
Yes.
me as Omuntu Awansi. I'm in the taxi. I'm a bike guy, border. I have a restaurant. How do I get into Xeno? That's the thing, because it's about financial inclusion.
Yeah.
And the people at the bottom of the pyramid have always been either skipped intentionally or being denied to tap into that. So how do I get my 10K and I invest it somewhere and at least a shilling is added onto the 10K? Then how do I monitor that money as well?
Yeah, so I'll just quickly talk about the financial inclusion thing you talked about. So it's very interesting if you look at the statistics of financial inclusion in this country.
Yes.
How many people, how many Ugandan adults have access to a financial product or service? By financial product or service, we mean transactions, we mean payments. Are you able to pay or transact through these financial products that are available? We mean savings. Are you able to save through these products? Are you able to invest? Are you able to take credit? So those are different portions that make up financial inclusion. Now, Xeno, how do we then help Omuntu Awansi? It turns out that about 46% of the Ugandan adults have access to these financial inclusion products. Now, there's a 54% that probably don't have a phone, so they can't go to mobile money.
Yeah.
They just don't have a bank account, so they can't access this.
Yes.
Because they are maybe in the rural areas or whatever.
Or informal sector.
Or in the informal sector. And maybe they don't have the adequate training to understand the benefits that they'd get from having to be part of a financial inclusion number. So what Xeno does is we get to the people that don't understand the importance of financial inclusion, but also the people that don't have access to these products and services. We teach you. We help you understand that you don't have to start big. You can start, like you said, with as small as 10,000 shillings.
Yes.
We then give you a channel through which you can put that 10,000 shillings to good use. What Xeno has done now is we've worked on a newest baby product. That's the USSD product in partnership with MTN, where a customer, the Muntu Awansi who's in a taxi, is able to just go through the mobile money prompts. Our specific USSD code is *165 *4 #4#. Once you get through that, you then enter a merchant code. Our merchant code is Xeno. And then from there, you can follow the steps and activate your own Xeno account. With the Xeno account, you're then able to drop your savings in there, and Xeno does the investments for you.
Okay.
On that mobile money account, or that USSD account that you have, you're able to then monitor your Xeno investments growing every single day.
Okay. That is on the USSD code.
Yes.
Imagine I'm a Ugandan and I'm in the diaspora, maybe I'm a Kadama. That's how we prefer to call ourselves. I'm a Kadama in Kuwait, in Turkey, or wherever, around the globe. But I'm a Ugandan and I would love to invest. And I don't have my phone. I left it in Uganda. I cannot do *16. What becomes of me?
So what happens is, now you've gotten up the ranks, right? You've moved out of the bottom line of the pyramid.
Because, we're going global now.
Yeah, so then you become very easy to serve.
Okay.
Because one, we can easily deliver information to you. So we can easily get you to learn on a day-by-day how the investments will benefit you as a person. That is one. Two, then you're able to go to our platform, online platform, and that is www.myxeno.com. And you would be able to create your account, your own Xeno account from there. You would be able to fund it either through your bank account. You can transfer, do bank-to-bank transfer. We'll give you the bank details at that point. You're also able to do international transfers like Wild Remit.
Okay.
Yes, so you're able to still fund your account, benefit from even more detailed services or features on our platform, but also be able to monitor.
Can I see where you invested my money?
Yes.
That this money went in equities, this money went in gold and something of the sort?
Yes, so like I told you, first of all, we are regulated and licensed.
Yes.
So as a licensed entity, we invest in securities or financial assets that are licensed and regulated to be invested in. So what we would do for you, on the platform, it's even much easier. You're able to know to the granular level that, okay, so a portion of my money has gone to bonds, a portion of my money has gone to probably money markets, a portion is in cash, a portion is in equities. So we do for you what we call a diversified portfolio based on the nature of investor that you are. How willing are you to invest and take risk, but also, very importantly, how able are you to take risk?
Okay.
Once we assess
that you don't strain yourself financially.
Exactly, and that you don't get into situations that you otherwise would not have gotten into.
Yes.
And you don't get into unnecessary losses because you've taken risky decisions.
Oh, yes.
So we give you a place where you can monitor your portfolio on an ongoing basis, as and when you want, wherever and whenever.
Okay.
Now, once you do that, and maybe circumstances change, you've been in the normal economy, and now COVID hits, then before you know it, markets are closing. Companies are not producing anymore. You want to reallocate your portfolio, or you need guidance from a professional. We are there to help you rebalance your portfolio. We are also there to help you get the right or appropriate decision to be made at the time.
Okay, you talked about the USSD code. That is a *165*4*4#.
Yes.
I put my money, I invest my money.
Ah, good.
Do I have a chance to borrow some of my money from my account in case I have a need that is, very urgent?
No.
Okay.
So what Xeno does, Xeno's niche is investments.
Okay.
So what we help you do is to run away from credit.
Okay.
The reason why people go for credit lines usually is because they were not ready to meet a need.
Yes.
So we help you pre-plan to meet a need.
Okay.
So at the point where you would have needed credit, we help you say, okay, now you can just withdraw some of your money.
Yes.
Don't get yourself entangled into situations where you have to pay back high interests. Just take some of your money that you have already made while you were still comfortable.
But it stays there.
It stays there. You can take part of the money and then you let the rest grow. And whenever you're ready, you start again.
Wow, that is very exciting. It's about financial inclusion where we, the generation, can now be in position to invest in equities, domestic equities, and of course other different avenues of investment. But Esther, fast forward, when you look at Uganda from your perspective as a financial, person, where are we headed financially? Are people sensitive about their finances? Are people intentional about saving and investment? Or we just want to get a day's meal and then we run?
So there's two things. There is aspiration and there is current situation.
Yes.
The current situation is people are getting a day's meal.
Yes.
So they live a day at a time.
Yes.
But if you speak to these people, especially the low-income earners, the informal sector, they tell you that you get to know that they have a lot of aspirations. They need to make sure their children are better than them. They need to make sure that they don't struggle through life. They need to make sure that, okay, let me hustle for 10 years. After 10 years, I should be a better person. I should hustle less. Probably I'll be a bit older. I'll be weaker. So I need to be a bit more comfortable at whatever level. So you get to see the need for these financial services gaping even higher than you would have imagined. The unfortunate bit is many of these do not have the appropriate information to make the right decision.
And tools.
Yes.
So how do we fix that?
So we have to go on a training drive. We have to, yes, as the financial players in the country, we really have to go down to the person, the very last person, and teach them, understand where they are first of all, and then teach them and show them where they can be if they make a few disciplined decisions. Yes.
So many of us have saved a lot of money.
Yeah.
We have saved. We have money saved, and some people actually brag that on my account I have like 20 or plus million. I have at least 200K on my account, savings.
Yes.
How do we change the narrative and we go now to investment? How do we up the game?
It goes back to training and understanding. So all the time, for all my childhood life, I was told, you need to save. You need to have a piggy bank, what we call a kaboxi, somewhere. You need to drop in a bit of money every time you make some money.
Yes.
Yeah, because I learned that over a period of time.
You know how to save.
I know how to save. I'm sure there's many more that are like me, because I'm sure the education I got is
it's
very similar.
It's the same.
Exactly. So if that's the case, then what we know now is saving. What we know is getting a place where we can dump money. Once that piggy bank, quote unquote, is full, we break the piggy bank, or once the need comes, we break the piggy bank, and we pick out what we put in.
Oh, yes.
Investments must be taught to people, because what investments does that is a benefit over and above the saving effort you make is, if you have filled a piggy bank with 600,000 over time, and that piggy bank has been invested in what we call unit trusts. So invested as it comes. If you put a 10,000, it's invested immediately. If you put a 50,000, it's invested immediately. Over the period of time with which that piggy bank will be full, you will find that that money has made some money for you. It could be 10%, it could be 15% based on where you invested, but it will certainly have made more for you. Now, here's what that solves. We have this thing called inflation. It's basically the price of goods and services. So, ideally, if you think about a kilogram of sugar in 2019, it probably cost between 3,000 and 3,200 shillings. Now, a kilogram of sugar costs maybe 3,600 or 3,800. Now, if you kept your piggy bank, you kept your money over 2 years, dropped money, but it didn't grow, you're probably going to pick out the same amount of money you have put away over 2 years, and yet the price of sugar and other goods and services that you're going to spend on
has changed,
has gone up. Now, what investments does for you, it helps you leverage and gives you an edge over the investment, over the inflation number. So if, let's say you've put away 600,000 over those 2 years, you probably have made, over those 2 years cumulatively, maybe 20% or 22% over those 2 years. Now, let us imagine, let's put it in absolute terms. Maybe you've made 120,000 on top of the 600,000. So you break your piggy bank when you have 720,000. That is over the first year, and then 840,000 at the end of the second year. Now, at that point, you're better off than the person who just saved the money and pulls out an exact 600,000. You kind
because
of
your money was actually being, it was working while
you were saving
I get it.
So you get to benefit.
So if it just bees on the bank account, it loses value over time.
So inflation grows, so you spend more on the things you would have otherwise spent less on, and yet you still have the same amount. But if you invest, you probably will have matched inflation and gotten some more.
Absolutely. So how does one join Xeno?
That's very easy. To join Xeno, you just have two options. One option is the USSD. That's the easiest. You can have an account with Xeno in under 1 minute. All you need to do is put 10K or maybe 12,000 shillings on your MTN mobile money, and then dial *165 *4 hash. It will ask you for a merchant code. Please put Xeno. Xeno is Xeno. It will ask you to activate your account. Just go through the prompts, enter your very first investment, and a minimum is 10,000 shillings, and you'll have a Xeno account. Once you do that, we will reach out to you. If you want to read more about Xeno, go to the platform. It is www.myxeno. MyXeno is MYXENO.com. And you'll get more information. So you can create an account from there. You can read more about it. You can also reach us on our phone number, on our phone line, and that is 0392 177 488. We will be able to help you. We will be able to answer your questions and give you more information.
Well, that is Esther from Xeno Uganda, rather, that is a Xeno investment fund. It's part and parcel of you to invest. One thing, if you want to know more about Xeno, listen, I'm one of those Ugandans who have had fears about investment, especially with people who come with lots of scams and they run away. Now, just call the Capital Markets Authority just to be sure that Xeno is licensed and it's being regulated by them. And if you need to know more, well, just log on to www.myxeno.com and then you'll be in position to understand that. I'll take a break for now. It's morning at NTV. Outside, it's still raining, cats and dogs. I love the weather because now this brings in a season of farming. As an agriculturalist, as a farmer, this is exciting. We'll take a break for now. I'll be back shortly. Good